Okay. Let's see here. Oh.
Alex Films presents True Stories, narrated by Jim Harris.
I begin with another true story. Now, let me make myself perfectly clear. The story I'm about to tell you did not happen to me. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell it in first person because I want you to be able to feel the full effects of the story. Are you ready? Let's go. I was coming home from school one day. In front of me was the geek, the kid that has all the books, the real thick glasses that everybody picked on. And he was the kind of a kid that everybody wanted to slap as they walked by. As I'm behind him, the bullies was in between me and him. And bullies got real quiet. And they snuck up on him and they hit his book because he had, again, books in both arms, all he could carry, and books flew everywhere. They pushed on him, knocked his glasses off, and they run off laughing. This kid was mad. I felt sorry for him. So I walked up to him and says, "Hey, I'll help you pick your books up." And he looks at me real strange. He picks up his glasses, still watching me. I said, "No, I'll help you pick them up." So as I began to pick up his books, so did he. I says, "Hey, you busy? You want to hang out this evening?" Again, that hesitation and look of suspicion at me. He finally says, "Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. We'll hang out." So as we passed his house, he dropped his books off, told his mom he would be back sometime later in the day. And we did. We hung out, had a good time. And thereafter we hung out quite a bit. As a matter of fact, we become best of friends. He had a personality that was buried within him that everybody had slapped around that you couldn't see. But it began to mature and begin to bloom. He had a great personality. He got rid of his geek glasses and got contacts. You know what? He became popular. Aggravating enough, he began to get more dates than what I could get. He was popular. He had dates. He was intelligent. Man, he could study or didn't have to study, where I had to study to pass classes. He simply had a brain on him that he could be able to just go to class and study somewhat and pass all his tests and all his subjects. He did excellent. As a matter of fact, to become valedictorian. And as it was, he had to give a speech. And as he began his speech, he did the common thing of welcoming everybody there. And then he said this. He says, "The honor that I have today does not go to me. It goes to my best friend." I froze. What was he going to say? He said, "A couple years ago, I went to my locker and I cleaned my locker completely out. I had books in both arms, and I'm trying to hold them as I'm on my way home, trying to balance it all out. And all of a sudden, the bullies come up behind me. I didn't hear them coming. They hit both arms. Books flew everywhere. They pushed on me, knocked my glasses off. I'm furious. But all it did, it simply verified what I already knew. I was nothing. I was a nobody. Oh, I'm furious." And then I heard a voice behind me says, "Here, I'll help you pick them up." I knew the voice. As I looked at him, and then I found my glasses, and I looked at him. He said, "Come on, I'm serious. I'll help you pick your books up." So he began to pick my books up, and I began to pick my books up. And as we got them picked up, he says, "What are you doing this evening? You want to hang out?" And I looked at him because I'm wondering, is he just setting me up to to beat on me again like everybody else had done all my life. But he looked sincere. I said, yeah, I'm not doing anything. I can hang out. So as we passed my house, I dropped my books off, told Mom I would be back sometime later, and we had a good time. And over the years, we become best of friends. And because of his friendship, it's changed my life forever. As a matter of fact, he saved my life. Because the reason that I had cleaned my books out, I didn't want anybody else to have to clean my books and my locker out, particularly my mother. Because I was taking my books home. This was my last day of school in my mind. Because then I was going to commit suicide. But he stepped into my life. He gave me a chance. He treated me like I wanted to be treated, as a friend. And because of him, the honor goes to him and not to me. What a story. Again, this was not me, but a true story where somebody was on the verge of suicide and somebody took a chance. But you see, in Proverbs, the 18th chapter, it says this: a man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. You know what? There's a lot of lonely people out there who are hurting. And for us to take the chance and to reach out to somebody, we don't know what it will do to them. Because it says in Matthew the 11th chapter, Jesus says, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest to your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. You know, what we do in life, we try to keep up, they say, with the Joneses. We try to stay with culture. We try to stay with the styles. We try to fit in. But in reality, the styles changes. People changes. People are hurtful. People will step on us trying to make themselves better. But simply to be a friend to somebody, to reach out to be me, I don't got to be the top of everything, because that doesn't work. How many famous people have we heard of who had what America calls everything? They may have been an actor, maybe a singing star, a football player, whatever, and they end up committing suicide. It only goes to prove that those things does not bring happiness. But Jesus says, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, I'll give you rest to your soul. That's the trouble. People don't have inner peace. And the only way we can have inner peace is have our sins forgiven and to walk with God and keep His commandments. That is real life. And reality is, there's people out there who are in need. And let's look at the other side. How about you? Maybe you are the one that had the handful of books, so to speak, and you've been pushed on and you've been beat on all your life and you have no confidence and you feel like you're nobody. But the reality is you are somebody because God made you. He does not make mistakes and He loves you. But we've got to come to Him and humble ourselves before Him, confess our sins, and ask Him to forgive us and forsake our sins. When we do that, then we find the peace and the joy that He's promised. Is life perfect? No, it's not perfect. But the fact of the matter is, we've got a hope in God that this world cannot give.